hello dears, it's Marjorie here. I know I haven't been on for a little while, but for those of you who are new to my channel, and I hope that there are a few, and welcome. But my name's Marjorie and I live in Lochverurie, which is a little hamlet just outside Glasgow in Scotland in the UK. And normally I have a YouTube channel just for, well, I call it Agony Aunt, just people writing in with their problems or looking for solutions or whatever. But today I've abandoned my Agony Aunt hat, just here purely for a little chat, a little update on Lochverurie and myself, of course, and just as I say, just a little catch up. So get yourself comfy, get yourself a nice cup of tea, and hopefully I'll make you smile along the way. And isn't that what life should all be about? As you can see, I'm wearing my royal ensemble and red, white and blue, and the hair, well, I don't know what you think of this. I'm warming to it. This is Fiona and Georgie, Flora's gal, and they decided between them that I needed a little bit of an update, and so they've come up with this. So it's quite a spectacular change for me. So I keep looking in the mirror and not recognising myself almost, but I'm kind of warming up to it, so maybe they're right. Maybe they've got a point that I do need updating. I don't know. But as I say, I've been so busy, you would not believe how busy I've been. Not only the Jubilee, which required quite a lot of organisation, let me tell you, but also it's the breeding season for pups. And Henry's such a clever boy. He has produced, well, he himself hasn't produced, but he has fathered 5 little adorable pups. Now, personally, and I know it is a preference, really, personal taste and all that, but I think pugs are really quite beautiful, that wrinkled little face, etc., beautiful. Oh, the Jubilee, yes, of course. Well, that was a huge success, huge success. We all decided that we didn't want it in just one particular street, so we all decided to have it by the loch. And we all brought our tartan rugs and the most delicious food, which was just laid out on these pasting tables. And everyone could it was just like a buffet. Everyone could have a little bit of someone else's food and cakes, and it was just a dream. And then obviously we all sat round and toasted our wondrous, glorious queen, who is just, in my opinion anyway, she's just magnificent, absolutely magnificent. 70 years, good Lord. Oh, the thought of it, well, you can't comprehend, can you really? Imagine doing the same things and it's the having to do that I wouldn't like. But, and she didn't even choose that. That's the sad thing. She was born into that. So it was a case of having to fulfil these duties. And I, for one, think she's done a terrific job. Absolutely terrific. She's never put a foot wrong. All this business of never complain and never explain, I think is quite apt in her case. Why should people have to, in that position, why should they have to explain things or indeed complain about things? But anyway, it's different, as I say, if she'd married into it, but she was actually born into it, so didn't have much of a choice, bless her. But I think she's a stupendous lady. She's just, her skin is just, she's always had good skin ever since a youngster. But, you know, for 96, and she's still gadding about and doing little social engagements, and honestly, she is just incredible. A very dignified lady. You know, when one reflects on her life and her years of being our monarch, you know, she hasn't had it easy, has she, at all? One can't help but feel sorry for her. She's had an awful lot of emotional upset to cope with, and that isn't easy, especially when the whole world knows all your private business. No, I think that must have been quite horrendous for her. She did say, didn't she, that it was a horrible year, and it hasn't seemed to have got an awful lot better for her. But, as I say, I mean, I just think nowadays the world's gone mad, completely mad, because, you know, I mean, you don't have to look that far. Look at Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. I mean, really, what a fiasco. It's nothing but a circus, believe you me. And I, for one, wouldn't like to have cameras in our courts. I don't agree with it, but there you are. What do I know? But getting back to Johnny and Amber, well, this is only my personal opinion, but I believe it's 60-40 against Amber Heard, because, you know, she has lied tremendously and been found out. So, you know, that doesn't bode very well for her character, does it? And like most liars, if you lie about one thing, you can lie about numerous things, thinking it's okay. But as we all know, it's not okay to lie. On the other hand, there's always two sides to a story, don't forget. And I can't help but think that Johnny Depp, although he's such a wonderful actor and he's been very generous with his donations to charities and his time, which is far more valuable than just dipping into your wallet. And, you know, he there is something charismatic about him, and he has the most incredible eyes. I mean, quite hypnotic, really. But he has got that dark side, you know, with the drink and the drugs, and don't quite know what's going on with all those rings and the tattoos. I mean, how many does that man have? I just can't help but feel that it's so sad to realise that that goes on within, you know, an unbalanced marriage. Anyway, with the best intentions, I wish them both well, and I'm obsessed with YouTube. And on YouTube, I've become obsessed with body language. I've always been interested in body language. I remember buying the book by, oh Lord, what was his name? Desmond Morris, and it was Man Watching, and that was when I was quite young, and I started it then. And you know, you're never lonely when you're interested in human behaviour and their body language, etc. And I've got to mention, there's Believing Bruce, who is a body language expert in some field or another, but he's very, very good. I agree with most of what he says. And then there's According to Taz. She's a very bright, bubbly girl, and I agree with what she says. Basically, it's the same sort of thing as I'm doing, but in a different way, different generation, that sort of thing. And the other one is, I've got to confess, she is my little favourite. I do look forward to her Thursdays and Sundays videos. She's just got such a cute little cherub face. This is Dainty Diaries that I'm talking, that's the name she comes under. Her real name's Catherine. And she just looks such a sweetie. And she does all this DIY. She's got all these power tools and oh, goodness knows what else. And then she's become like Georgie, you know, Flora's gal. she's become obsessed with gardening. So it says, say, her and Georgie, they're just totally obsessed with this gardening malarkey. But to be fair, they've both individually transformed their garden, looking stupendous, absolutely stupendous, and such a lot of knowledge that goes with it. Wonderful thing. I think since 2020, the lockdown, etc., you know, people have got a lot more into amusing themselves in good hobbies, not necessarily in front of a screen or pressing buttons or whatever. You know, go back to nature. It's, you know, never disappoints, never disappoints. Speaking of which, that does remind me of my dear, dear Henry. So I thought, as a little parting note, I'd show you a photograph of him. So here he is, doing the crossword. And, well, getting most of the clues right. It's not the Times, darling, but, you know, it's not an easy crossword. So, besides everything else, I just want to wish you all a very fond farewell, and thank you so much for watching. And don't forget, one has to press like, subscribe, and then there's a little bell symbol. If you press that, then it gives you notification that I've posted another video. Let's hope it won't be too long. I've got quite a few emails that I've received via my agony aunt, and so I'm gradually sifting through that. But as I say, one has been so busy. But I will get round to that, and next time we'll talk about some other poor soul that needs some guidance. Love to you all. Goodbye.